Welcome back to Keep Up channel. Shamed Tory MP David Warburton, who quit after he was caught in sex and cocaine sting, dies suddenly aged 59. A disgraced former Tory MP who quit politics after getting embroiled in a sex and cocaine scandal has died suddenly aged 59. David Warburton was pronounced dead after paramedics rushed to his Chelsea flat last Tuesday. He had served as the MP for Somerset and Frome for over 8 years, from May 2015 to June 2023. However, his political career collapsed after he was accused of sexual harassment and Class A drug use amid allegations he was targeted as part of a sting operation. He was suspended from the Conservative Party in April 2022 before resigning his seat in June of 2023. His sudden death this week is being treated as unexplained but not suspicious, investigators have said. Fellow former MP Stephen Danczuk said, "It's such sad news. He had really got back on track after having a difficult time in politics. He had got back on track and was doing very well in business, running an energy company. He turned his life back around really, it's incredibly sad news. I met him for drinks in Belgravia a few months ago. He was really doing well. He had a great team around him. Things were really on the up for him." A London ambulance service spokesman said, "We were called on Tuesday, August 26 at 10:14 a.m. to reports of an incident in Chelsea Crescent, Chelsea Harbour, SW10. We sent an ambulance crew and a clinician in a response car. Sadly, a man was pronounced dead at the scene." The Metropolitan Police said the force had been alerted about the death of the MP by the ambulance service at 10:47 a.m. on August 26. A man in his 50s was found dead at the scene. His next of kin have been informed, a police spokesman said. His death is being treated as unexpected but not suspicious. Warburton had refuted claims he had been involved in a sex and drugs scandal. However, the MP later confirmed he had been admitted to a psychiatric hospital with stress, claiming at the time he had been feeling suicidal. He later admitted to taking cocaine after drinking tons of incredibly potent Japanese whiskey, but denied claims he harassed a female political assistant in his Westminster flat. Mr. Warburton then won an appeal against a ruling he sexually harassed one of his Commons aides, who for legal reasons cannot be identified. In July 2023, the Commons Independent Expert Panel revealed it had upheld his appeal against the findings and ordered his case be re-investigated after criticizing the Parliamentary Commissioner for Standards who oversaw it. At the time, Commissioner Daniel Greenberg found him guilty of 3 sexual misconduct allegations, instead of the 2 upheld by the initial inquiry. In an unusual step, the committee revealed it took its decision several days before Mr. Warburton resigned, but followed convention by not announcing its findings for several weeks. When he announced his exit from Parliament in June 2023, Mr. Warburton hit out at the investigation, claiming he had been denied a fair hearing. In his resignation letter, he said had been left with no choice but to provoke the upheaval of a by-election, adding, "It is my hope that, in so doing, I can freely illuminate the methods of an oversight system not fit for purpose, so that friends and colleagues in the House can see the perverted process by which their own judgment may at any time be freighted." It came after a staffer in Mr. Warburton's Westminster office lodged a complaint with the Independent Complaints and Grievance Scheme in March 2022, making 4 sexual misconduct and 2 bullying and harassment allegations against him. In a report, the panel said the initial investigation under Parliament's ICGS recommended upholding 2 sexual misconduct allegations. However, Mr. Greenberg then reviewed the evidence and found Mr. Warburton guilty of a 3rd, unspecified sexual misconduct charge. Mr. Warburton appealed against Mr. Greenberg's decision on the grounds it was procedurally flawed and unreasonable and based on a materially flawed investigation. He said the woman had colluded with witnesses to fabricate the malicious complaint against him, and that the ICGS failed to consider material he submitted to support his claim, according to the IEP's report. The panel said it made no findings on the allegations against Mr. Warburton or his claims of fabrication, but ruled that a reinvestigation is necessary and proportionate. Mr. Warburton leaves behind his wife Harriet and 2 children. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.